Thanksgiving was just yesterday. But looking back at this year, there's a lot that we can be frustrated with. A lot that doesn't look the way we thought it would look, in a way that if we had our choice, wouldn't be. But that's not what Thanksgiving is all about. Thanksgiving is a time where we pause and we give thanks for what we have, both past and present. Thanksgiving is about being grateful. Grateful for what we've been given, no matter how small that it seems. It's easy to look at the world, to look at the places that we live, and to get stuck staring at all that has gone wrong, and forget what God has provided to each and every one of us. God knew that it's easy to forget His victories. He knew that it's easy to forget His goodness. He knew how easy it is to get stuck looking at all that has gone wrong, the hurts, the hardship, the despair, and forget to celebrate His victories in our lives and to be grateful. Check this out. It was written in Joshua chapter 4, verses 1 through 9, and it says this: When the whole nation had finished crossing the Jordan, the Lord said to Joshua, "Choose 12 men from among the people, one from each tribe, and tell them to take up 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan, from right where the priests are standing, and carry them over with you and put them down at the place where you stay tonight." So Joshua called together the 12 men he had appointed from the Israelites, one from each tribe, and said to them, "Go over before the ark of the Lord your God into the middle of the Jordan. Each one of you is to take up a stone on his shoulder, according to the number of the tribes of the Israelites, to serve as a sign among you. And in the future, when your children ask you, 'What do these stones mean?' tell them that the flow of the Jordan was cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it crossed the Jordan, the waters of the Jordan were cut off. These stones are to be a memorial to the people of Israel forever." So the Israelites did as Joshua commanded them. They took 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan, according to the number of the tribes of Israelites, as the Lord had told Joshua, and they carried them over with them to their camp, where they put them down. And Joshua set up the 12 stones that had been in the middle of the Jordan at the spot where the priest who carried the ark stood, and they are there to this day. God knew that even a miracle as great as the parting of the Jordan, literally stopping the flow of water, could easily be forgotten. So what did He tell them to do? He told them to get some stones and make a pile where they were to stay that night, so that they would be a reminder of the goodness of God. Rocks, stones, they're just ordinary pieces of earth laying on the ground. But when they're picked up and placed in a pile to remind you of the goodness of God, they become a supernatural sign that points you back to the one who is good. We have a stone pile in our living room. 6 stones that were ordinary pieces of earth. But when you come over to our house and you ask us, "Why do you guys have a pile of stones on your shelf?" they become a supernatural reminder of the goodness of God and how the trip to the Sea of Galilee and Jerusalem brought us closer to the living God. I don't know where you're at today. I don't know what you have going on in your life. But on this Thanksgiving week, don't forget the goodness of God. Right now, you may think that you don't have anything to be thankful for. But I would beg you to pray to the living God and ask Him to show you His goodness. And the living God who gave His life for you will hear your prayer. For those of us who might have forgotten God's goodness, go. Find some stones, 12 stones, 6, 8, 4, whatever the amount. grab some stones and place them in a pile where you live, so that it becomes a supernatural reminder of the goodness of God in your life. On this Thanksgiving week, don't forget the goodness of God, because He has surely not forgotten you.